Washington Road, and they were just going to bulldoze the whole thing. So my husband bought the rights to dismantle.
Aqua, Tennessee, not known for much more than its natural spring water, for which it was named. Even in this quiet town recording studio, somewhere at the crossroads, some interesting history was lost. Until now, the old building seems to be slowly coming back to life. Take the time to look beneath all the dirt and debris, beyond the years of decay and neglect. A small stage, an unlikely platform by the railroad tracks. But why? Who performed here? Is this stage worth saving? Listen, and you will find an amazing story. It was a surprise party commemorating Johnny's 20 years in the music business. This is the first time this footage has been seen since it was lost, now restored to its original beauty. Until now, these events and this stage were hidden memories of Cash's family, friends, and neighbors. Aqua will gather around this little stage, and there will be music. Music to remind us of the man in black and the message he sang about on the little stage.
It's fun.
It's called Now or Never.
All of that happened in this house. The office was here, the colonel lived here, and whenever Elvis was in town, this is where he stayed. I remember as a teenager, we would drive by this house and we would look to see if the pink Cadillac was here. And if the pink Cadillac was here, we would know that Elvis was in town. A man called me and wanted to buy these gates out here because he remembered standing at that gate and Elvis coming out and talking to him when he was just a boy. I've seen pictures of the Colonel and Elvis sitting on bar stools right there at that bar. The original Elvis Presley fan club was here. Every fan letter Elvis Presley received was right here in this little building.
People in this town have been upset. It's been in the news because people are saying this is a historic building. We're trying to preserve it before it gets torn down. Stories behind things. The most exciting moment was when we found the mysterious tree. We're talking a tree over 250 years old, within 20 feet of the fan club building. As we started to study the tree, and all my guys, remember, they're not archaeologists, they're looking. One of them pointed up, and we saw this unbelievable branch shaped in the form of a hand. When we decided to take the stump out, we had to pull back that concrete. We started to see little hints.
So this place, as you see from the film I show, was found abandoned, falling apart. It's been fully restored.
Yeah, yesterday we had a couple from Malta, you know, at the tip of the roof,
What's this called?
and he had a pizza restaurant in Malta, so he was showing us all the pizzas that
What's
he
the
makes.
one piece at a time? Is the song One Piece at a Time, the Johnny Cash song?
So we get people from around the world. It's just kind of interesting to see who's going to show up this following closely, like going like that.
Hi. Beautiful doggy. Hello.
That's my husband. Yeah, you'll see him up at the farm. We purchased this.
So originally, it was the one we're talking about?
Well, this is no.
So basically, that stage that we saw through there, Johnny Cash has performed on there, and family have been here, and wow.
Mr. Patch had passed away. They're making it to like a LLC, so it's
So we're in the car now. We've just come from that stage area, and now we're going up to Johnny Cash's Hideaway farmhouse that he had, and we're going to have a look around that. And I think there's going to be some cool artifacts in there. And what was interesting in that story is that Colonel Parker, as you saw, had a place here, and they took that building apart, and there's going to be an awful lot of artifacts from that place up here as well. So that's really quite interesting. So you're getting some Elvis history and Johnny Cash history. This is a beautiful area of Tennessee. It's absolutely awesome. This drive up to the farmhouse.
I didn't know about this.
So of course, where we've just been in this place are now museums effectively. They're open Friday and Saturday for general admission, so you can come and just make your way up. Monday through Thursday, you pay a little bit extra for a private tour, which is what we're doing, us and this car in front of us, and then the lead car is the tour host effectively, who's going to be, it's her and her husband who have bought this and restored it. So absolutely top marks to them, 10 out of 10.
you know, a lot of times I was like
Look at this. Look at this. And doggy comes too.
Yeah,
Johnny Cash farmhouse.
So you're welcome to drive your car back there later after you've seen the houses. He just recently passed away, but he used to make moonshine on this property. So the British building was Johnny's farm equipment, and it was a 3-sided building. We enclosed it last year so we could have some more space that was climatized. This building we added because originally we added it for tickets for concerts and things, but it's become more of a film editing space. We've got film guys that use it and are working on the Elvis film that, I don't know if I mentioned, we've got a documentary coming out on Elvis called In the Shadow of the King. It's completed, so we're just in the process of checking different streaming places to see who might be most interested in it.
Oh,
So,
cool.
the Chicken Coop's original, we added the restrooms over there. Johnny brought clippings from his main house of the muscadine grapevine, so he loved to be able to pull fruit right off the vine. And
Johnny's barn.
And his great song Hurt,
yes.
which I love. So that's an interpretation. So you'll see broken guitars. His place in Hendersonville, where the Highwaymen hung out. Right?
With
Yeah.
Christy, I was with Christy, and she said something about they only had one. They never had a phone here, and then he got one phone.
That's true. That's a true story. Because he didn't want anybody calling him when he was here, and the only person that had the number is Jude.
Right.
Yeah.
But I thought she also added about the president calling back and forth.
No, that's in Hendersonville.
Oh, okay.
And the reason I know is because Mark Cash and Tommy Cash told me. Hey, thank you.
Johnny Cash's office.
Yes, yes. you take care of business?
We're gonna.
Yeah, I think he was having lunch.
Okay.
A late lunch.
Okay,
Yeah.
lunch. Okay.
Yes.
Did he come by here?
Now,
No,
some
he was
people,
on the phone.
Oh.
very
Yeah.
interesting in this room, you know what I mean, first painting he had at that house. And the odds are June didn't want a horse painting at the house, so she probably made him bring it to the farm.
This jacket was made by Nudie Cohen. Nudie Cohen, he made it for a guy named Tex Williams. But downtown there's a nudie bar, and it's got that same emblem.
Wow.
But Mr. Nudie Cohen started out in California, and he started making clothing for the stars. But the way he started out was that Tex Williams, the guy who owned this coat, and who the coat was made for, sold his horse and gave the money to Mr. Nudie for his first sewing machine. And so he ended up with the first outfit. But anyway, so and then Mr. Nudie trained Mr. Manuel, and Manuel makes, Johnny and June, he made a lot of their clothes. Anyway, that jacket over there is made by Manuel. He made, that one was made for Waylon Jennings, and it's got his name in it.
Oh wow.
Sally, did you
And
tell
if
her
you go
that
to-
that coat could be?
Well, this is
same
gold lame on
material
here,
that
so
Elvis
it's very possible that the similar thing that Elvis's gold lame suit was named
Oh,
after,
yeah,
because
it looks-
Mr. Nudie made that suit for Elvis.
I can see the resemblance that way.
Yeah. So this was Johnny's chair here. It was pretty primitive. He didn't have anything fancy here. So I think they had the leftover stuff that maybe Jude didn't want at the house anymore.
It's Doggy's chair now.
He likes to pose. I
Johnny
guess.
Cash's chair. To the furniture in here is
I don't know
original.
if you know, but Johnny recorded the whole New Testament, and you can, on eBay you can find the cassettes with it. So we just pay a sample of it sometimes for people. And this is the microphone he used when he was recording it.
White like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes like
So
a
he
flame
already
of
showed
fire.
that, right? That Bible.
His
Yeah.
feet were like fine brass, as if refined
This
in
is
a
a Civil
furnace,
War
and his
soldier's
voice
New
as the
Testament from
sound of many
1859.
waters.
But look at, I
He
like
had in
to,
his right hand 7
look how
stars.
tiny the print is.
Out of his mouth went a sharp
I mean, you've
two-edged
seen a lot
sword.
of old books where
His
you're from,
countenance
but
was like the
I don't know if I have it
sun
upside
shining
down.
in
Put my
his
glasses on. It
And when
could
I
be.
saw him, I fell at his feet as
It's so
dead.
tiny.
It's
But he laid
tiny.
his right hand on me, saying to
And
me,
this is a
"Do
King
not be
James.
afraid.
The first one came
I
out
am
in
the first
1611.
and the
This is
last.
1613.
I am he who
But
lives and was
you're
dead.
welcome to change and look at.
Behold, I am
It's
alive
but it's got the
forevermore.
original
Oh,
binding, except for the spine
I
was
have the
replaced.
keys of
Touching
Hades
history.
and of death.
Yeah. So
Write the things which you have seen, and the
you know
things
how
which
how
are,
the King James came to
and the
be.
things which will take place.
There's a
after
wonderful
this.
documentary film with
The
John
mystery of the
Davies
7
narrating and
stars,
called
which you
KJV,
saw in
the
my
book
right
that
hand,
changed the world.
and the 7
I think it's
golden
free on
lampstands,
YouTube, but I like
the
to
7
recommend it because
stars
King
of the
James brought the
angels
bishops
of the 7
and
churches,
the Puritans together
and the 7
because they had their different
lampstands which you saw
versions of the English
of the 7
version of
churches.
the Bible.
Wow.
And they came out with the
Chapter
new King
2.
James version.
To the angel of the church of Ephesus write,
See, this jacket
these
has
things says he who holds the 7 stars
made
in
for
his
Waylon
right hand,
Jennings.
who walks in
Oh,
the
my
midst of the
word.
7
Oh, my
golden
word.
lampstands.
Look at the detail on it.
I know your
If you go
works,
to,
your labor,
I think it's a
your patience,
tribute concert
that
for
you
Chris
cannot bear
Christopherson.
those
Waylon's
who are
wearing this
evil.
jacket.
and you have tested those who say they
And
are
you haven't
apostles.
kept it covered. It's all out in the open. It's just
Yeah,
like
we're
you're
more
very
of an
trusting.
Yeah,
You
it's
have
kind of like an
persevered and have
experience, not a
patience,
museum.
and have labored for
Experience
my
it.
name's
Fair
sake,
play.
and have not become
Because we
weary.
even have people that stay here from time
Nevertheless,
to time that are
I have this
had
against
events
you,
and it's too late for them
that
to
you
drive
have
home.
left your first
We've got
love.
an extra bedroom upstairs.
Remember, therefore, from where you have
You guys are
fallen,
great people.
repent,
And we have bunk
and
beds
do
in
the
the
first
basement.
work, or else
to
I
stay
will
here
come to
sometime.
you
Yeah, people.
This is awesome. Absolutely awesome.
unless you repent.
That picture there
This
is
you
that.
have, that you hate the deeds of the Nicolaitans, which I also
Wow.
hate. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. To him who overcomes, I will give to eat.
Guys,
from
I've
the
got
tree of
goosebumps
life,
being in here. I already
which is in
have.
the midst of the paradise of God. And to the angel of the church in Smyrna write, these things says the first and the last, who was dead
From the lake
and came to
house.
life.
Downstairs living room, made in the house until approximately a year after Johnny's death.
And I know the blasphemy of those who say they are Jews and are not, but are a synagogue of
That's
Satan.
Johnny's voice.
Do not fear any of those things which you are about to suffer.
That's
Indeed, the devil is about to throw some of you into prison, that you may be tested, and you will have tribulation 10 days. Be faithful until death, and I will give you the crown of life.
Yeah, don't worry, Nancy.
Let him hear what the Spirit of the church. He who overcomes shall not be hurt by the second death. And to the angel of the church
That's
in
the, I don't know if
Pergamos,
you saw that, but
you hold fast to my
there's
name.
bullet holes in the ceiling in that
Deny
room.
my faith.
Cindy Cash and her dad had a shooting contest
In here?
in the living room over there.
Oh.
Handwritten
There's just
lyrics.
the two of them out here, and they had just come inside, and Johnny goes, "Want to practice?" And she said, "It's kind of dark outside." He proceeded to shoot a hole in the ceiling and said, "See how close you can get to my bullet." And he said, "Let's see who can get a straight line." So they shot about 5 times. Cindy said she won. He said he was a good teacher. That's her story when she's here. She lives about half an hour from here, so she comes out from time to time.
What's with all the graffiti? Is it just people that visit?
You know, it started out as people who are musicians, and
Yeah.
then people kind of sneak it up there, I think, if they happen to have a pen. So yeah, because sometimes they put a date with when they were here. And I've had a few people come back and say, "Oh, that's where when I was here
wow.
last."
So
So you can see that
Never mind, you don't like pictures.
the stairway used to go that way at some point. I don't know
Wow.
when that was changed. But his name on Little House. This was the prop they used for the Bible on Little House. So the actors and actresses signed it to the person that originally got it.
Oh, how cool. And hence the picture. And
Yeah.
wow.
And because we're supposed to be having an event this year with actors and actresses coming out to do meet and greets, it hasn't, the actual date hasn't been set yet, but
Oh yeah, there's our little house.
I was just saying, I get goosebumps in historic places, and this is like music history, isn't it? Really, let's face
it
it.
is. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of music was played in these rooms.
Yeah.
That's why we keep, this is not a famous guitar, but we keep one here for somebody who's a musician and they just feel like they want to break out in song. Same with the piano. One of the weddings that was here, there was a 5-star general that was a guest at the wedding. He loved the song Elvira. And this gentleman is the gentleman that wrote that song. I don't know if you're familiar with the song, but the Oak Ridge Boys made it big. And Dallas Fraser was a prolific songwriter. Every country musician has sung his songs. Elvis has sung 2 or 3 of his songs. Anyway, the 5-star general sat at the piano and just started playing Elvira, and everybody, all the wedding guests were gathered in here singing Elvira.
Is the piano original from here then? Is it?
No, it's this wasn't Johnny's. He actually didn't really play the piano. He had a piano player that traveled with him, but this piano belonged to a gentleman that promoted music to the stars. So, Mr. Ray Baker, you okay? His name was Ray Baker, and he recorded like 71 of Connie Smith's songs were Dallas Fraser, but he promoted all of Dallas's songs, so he's the one that took There Goes My Everything to Elvis.
Oh wow!
And so this is his. So a lot of musicians have played this piano that came through his house. And Joanne Cash says she bought this for Johnny when she was in Israel. It had a staff with a snake's head on it. And because he didn't like snakes, he cut that off, she said.
Oh, awesome.
And pictures of Johnny's parents and June's mom. June's father, I think he kept the home fires going. I don't think there's some pictures out there of him that I have seen recently.
Oh.
But you can see Carrie Cash was tall. She was 6'1".
6'1". Wow.
Yeah, so Johnny got his height from her.
Yeah.
He was 6'3". And there's Tommy with Johnny.
Because his dad was a veteran, isn't he?
Yeah.
He looks like his dad.
And I think I wonder if Tommy served too. I know Johnny served. He was a veteran. I don't remember if Tommy did. I think he might.
Wow, guys, this is awesome.
Anything you're wondering about it?
No, I'm just wandering around. So this is taken here.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So,
Wow.
how many years did he own this house?
He had 31 years. And so he still owned it when he passed in Aqua. And that gentleman kept it as a private farm for about 12 years. And that's where we found it from back in 2015. So So the cabinets are all original. These dishes, there were a lot of broken dishes in the pond. There's a couple stories. One is that the caretaker's daughter got tired of doing dishes one day, so she threw a bunch of. But Cindy said her dad often would, frisbee toss them across the pond too. I can just see him. The caretaker told us Johnny would sit on the porch with his guns, or even his cap guns, just toy guns, just making noise. And
Original cabinets.
But do you live here?
Yeah, we use one of the bedrooms upstairs, and then we keep one as a guest room. Sometimes we have after events.
You retired?
Yeah, we were living in a retirement community in Fort Myers. And it's
What
so
a
funny.
difference, huh?
I was it's funny.
Johnny Cash's farmhouse kitchen with original cabinets.
Oh yeah.
He walked through here. He's touched this stuff.
That was Johnny's bedroom.
Wow.
Oh, yeah,
And
just
when she came too, so you follow so closely, don't you? Yeah, it was his dresser. The things on the dresser, like the books, the Reader's Digest books, and Kathy Cash made. Oh, sorry, Kathy Cash made this for her dad with their schoolgirl pictures. Here's the
Johnny
four
Cash's
girls,
bedroom.
just a few years ago. June's two daughters. So between them there were 7 kids. And here's Johnny with his daughters here out at the farm, and they were teenagers.
Oh wow.
And then when I was here last, Christy told a story about his first wife and how he was still in love with her or something.
And she came and got permission after June passed. She came to Johnny with a couple of the daughters and asked permission to do a book. And yeah, actually, she was still in love with Johnny.
That's what it was.
Yeah, she remarried. Actually, what happened was, if you see this picture, look how thin Vivian had become. They had built a house in California, in Ventura, on the hillside, and there were no nearby neighbors. And that was when he was traveling and gone all the time and doing the pills and, just kind of being in the wild side of life. And so the doctor told Vivian, from what Cindy told me, that if she didn't divorce Johnny Cash, somebody else would be raising her kids. So she divorced Johnny. But by that time, he was already traveling with the Carter family, and things were, I don't know how accurate the I Walk the Line film is. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it for years. So, but anyway, so, I think Johnny obviously was her first love, and they kept a good relationship, and, for good care for the kids and stuff. So, but anyway, she came and asked permission to do a book, and he said if anybody should do one, you should.
That was his first wife.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
Vivian. And she did. It's a compilation of the letters they wrote to each other when he was in Germany. They wrote lots of letters, and her story. And then one of their grandsons, Kathy's son, is a filmmaker, and they just came out a couple of years ago with a film about Vivian called My Darling Vivian. And I don't know if it's on Prime Video, or I recommend it. It's a nice tribute to Vivian.
The clothing?
Yeah, that was his shirt. I don't know, it looks like he had a sciatica problem there laying down.
So that's that one, yeah?
Yeah, that's that shirt.
Is all of this his clothing?
Oh,
or?
this was what all the people on the tour, when they went to Scotland, this was Kathy Cash's jacket, so they each had their own name on it.
Oh wow.
So Kathy made that available. And then this was, he ended like overnight in a jail house one time, and that's just in memory of that, I guess.
And that shirt there?
Yeah, that was his also.
Wow.
It's interesting because I think that was made in Manila in a sink.
Wow. It's okay to touch.
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, because if you look at pictures, I've seen, he must have had like a white one, and he must have had 2, but probably something he would have worn in Jamaica when it was hot.
Awesome.
But you can see there used to be a chimney here, or there's a chimney. So when this addition was added, this was the kitchen originally, because a lot of times they would have the kitchen at the furthest point, or even sometimes not connected.
Yeah.
So the house wouldn't burn down.
Yeah.
The whole house would burn down at once.
Smart thinking.
Yeah.
They should
So it's just pretty basic.
Oh, so the sink and the shelving's original,
Yeah.
and the toilet you replaced. Oh my word.
Well, but the caretaker said he spent a lot of time outside. Just kind of listening to the birds. Yeah. He loved listening
Johnny
to
Cash's
the birds.
bathroom, original sink. Replace the toilet.
She told us about how she's got a terminal childhood illness or something.
Right. And she's had two aunts that died of it in their 30s, and she's about 46. She's the same age as our oldest daughter. And she does.
How cool is this place, guys? If you get a chance, you've got to come and visit.
It gives her a chance.
Here, so I want you to hear the theme song for this place I wrote.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's called Tennessee Revival.
You're movie producers?
Well, I have the ideas, but I have people that know how to do it. But yeah, if you go to our YouTube channel, we have 500 songs and films.
Okay.
Are you tired of that? My videos.
Well, they saw quite a few down at.
Oh, which ones did they see? Dismantling of Kernels?
Yeah, we saw that.
Dismantling of Kernels,
Oh,
yeah.
Seeing Red.
Seeing Red, yeah.
See,
And the
I'm
long-
telling you right now, people.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's where it all started. Then started Grayson. Grayson came later. And so this is Elvis's bathroom there. And I have a whole book on it. And I wanted to dig these tiles out, but everybody said you can't do it because, the concrete. So look what we did. I dug them all out.
Oh wow.
See that? And he walked on this tile. He may have missed yours, but okay. So I thought, I'm just going to market this. But you know what? I've had people start to cry because they've always wanted something that Elvis touched that's real. Mm-hmm. And this isn't his peak because this is 54, 55, when he's young, before the movies and all that. And what people are doing now. And then, there.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and then, so, now, okay, did you get?
No, yeah. Thank
Did I
you so
give
much.
one? I gave you
Yes.
one? You
I
one?
haven't seen one yet.
Okay, you haven't. Well, the guys just get black ones because they sin so much, in our culture.
Yeah, that's
No,
what
I'm
it
just
is, yeah.
Anyway, but let me tell you, so I thought, okay, what do I spent $200,000 moving all that material. And I said, you know what is it that's meaningful that he touched? Well, here's the other thing. This is Elvis's bedroom. It's not plaster. It was all covered with this panel. Let me just show you what. But these are all these things here. This was part of a shower floor.
Okay.
I don't think they're special, but that's why I'm not going to the expense of making them pretty like those. But
Wow.
okay, so now I was going to just show you one thing. I think it's, oh yeah, here it is. So I have a guy, we just started. This is in Gallatin, okay? That's Colonel Parker's house right there. That's where Elvis had a bathroom. That's where this bedroom was. That's where these bathrooms was. Then that's the fan club building. And that's where, Elvis and the Colonel. So this is a tree that was in the property that we brought over here. This is where the Colonel and Elvis signed their agreement. So I brought that. You see how we did? Well, one thing I try to show people that's so important here is the proof that it really was here. This is the original thing. Every fan club with headquarters at P.O. Box, Madison, Tennessee. This is where it all started. And nobody really understands. So this was like the mail room. We took that apart. This is where Elvis and the Colonel shook hands. And anyway, but in that house, this was the floor. Now, this isn't the product. I'm going to brand it or, you see what I mean? But it's really good. See, it's even got I don't know, but
Right. Oh yeah.
it's just a really old.
Yeah. Good.
And then I can probably make 20,000 from all the floors of these. You want this? Yeah, children, you can kind of get their attention that way.
Thank you.
But I don't think this isn't special. I'm just getting ready to, I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with these.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
How awesome. Thank you.
I'm not giving anything Remember, I'm gonna have 20,000. I just have to cut the.
Oh.
There you go.
Wow.
So this was Colonel Parker's,
House floor.
and then this was his floor too.
That's from the bath, Elvis. But Elvis's bedroom, which I'm going to show you over there, was this floor too.
Wow.
He's over here.
Lovely.
Yeah, you gotta show your door there. Yeah, you just kind of pull it up. Now I'll show you a picture you should take. See that up there, that stained glass?
Yeah.
That's Jesus being baptized by John the Baptist.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
And these are like tributes to Johnny Cash in the ground here.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
well, so we never planned to do Elvis, but when I heard that, I'm the curious. I just couldn't not do it. And Graceland wasn't stepping up. But they don't do the work. They got the brand and the name, and it doesn't matter to them.
No, well it should though, shouldn't it?
Yeah. So here, this is Johnny's garage, by the way.
Wow.
So I just took a piece of the garage and
How do I get out?
oh, you gotta pull it and
Never mind.
yeah.
Thank you.
Johnny's
Now, look at
garage.
this. That's that bouquet. That's the root system there. See?
Oh, that's the tree, isn't
Yeah.
it? Oh,
And
wow.
what we did is we took the root out and then flipped it, and I put roses on it. It's like a massive bouquet.
Wow.
And the
That's
pictures
wonderful.
we have when we put roses up, it's just
Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now that over here is, I found that in this farm, and I saw it was just like that, and I realized that's a dying soldier.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
see it?
Yeah.
One hand to God, one on the ground, and two knees,
Yeah.
bowing. And I
Oh, my
showed
word.
this to a soldier, and he said, that's the best sculpture I've ever seen of what war's really. Everybody said, well, he doesn't have a head. Well, hey, welcome to war.
Wow.
And that's the bouquet that was a picture of Elvis and the Colonel sitting together. That's the iconic moment when they partnered. This is that floor. So if you stand on this, you know how at the Ryman you have the circle? This is where it really started.
For Elvis,
Yeah, for Elvis, right here.
Wow.
Now I have something very interesting that I do. See that I gave you one of those square things. With that, yeah, oh, she was so happy. So, okay, we go.
See your record, dog. Get the record.
You know what? This is the actual original one that was in the RCA lobby. Yeah, but what happened is Waylon stole it, took it home, and they couldn't get it. He wouldn't give it back, and this came out of his estate. This tells the whole story. So it's actually the original one. Closet that all Elvis's clothes hung in, right there, including his gold lame outfit.
That's his original outfit?
No, that's
Oh,
no,
okay.
that's just a replica. But this is where, and this was Colonel Parker kept this. He wanted this at it to control it. So this is, yeah, they're meeting people at the kitchen. So that's the original kitchen. Now, this here at Colonel Parker's, Elvis had his own bedroom and everything. This is his vanity thing. So this is where he shaved, and then that's the place where he put his razor blades.
Wow.
I have all the razors. Now here, this is at that house, but this is Elvis and the Colonel's bathtub faucet. So you know he touched these.
Oh.
Not, okay, I'm not trying to deify them here. I mean, it's just human, but.
know what you want.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Now this was in the fan club room, and this is where they kept all the mail they sent to the fans. And notice the Colonel had that wallpaper on. Now, that right there is a partial wall of Elvis's bedroom. We just took some of these pieces and, yeah, now really the valuable thing is above it. That really belongs to the Smithsonian because Elvis did, Colonel Parker did all his management with a phone. There were no personal computers in 354. That's his phone system. You see all those knotty pine things there were from that Colonel Parker's fan club building.
Definitely history in here. Oh, my
Everything
word.
in this little, and this is Elvis's bedroom windows. And those things, that was in his bedroom. Those are the lights in his bedroom. Now the very interesting thing, I believe, that tree had a branch way up, and that's the branch. And we brought it out here because to me it looked like the hand of God, the pierced hand of God.
Yeah.
That's why I have that red stain to simulate, blood. That is so heavy to bring that into this room, but it was so, because Elvis used to feed the koi fish in a pond right near this. So, there it is. And I've been told stuff, so this is where we're gonna do all that, but this is basically his garage.
Johnny Cash's
Garage,
garage.
tractors, cars,
Or
and
garage,
stuff,
as I'd say. Wow.
You wanna get on the stage and sing?
I can't even sing in the shower.
Oh my gosh. And this table here is very special. It's Donna Summer's dining room table.
Oh, wow.
And if you look at it, it was cut out of a castle floor. And I know her son-in-law.
Donna Summer's couches and dining room table, you just said. Oh my word.
Yeah, this time it's a Civil War film that he's doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
This
But,
place
you
is
know,
so awesome.
This is probably 500-year-old. This part, this is, the rest they, built around it.
This is nuts.
So how do you know these people?
Oh,
I don't know anybody.
this guy, I buy antiques from him, and his wife is Donna Summer's daughter. So that's how I got all this stuff,
Awesome.
And these are some great pictures we have of Johnny Cash. Because this is really his, I just took that little section to make it,
We hear all this stuff.
yeah. What part of England?
Donna Summer's dining room
Oh,
table.
okay. All right. Now, did you ever go to Opryland in the old days when you had the rides and everything?
No.
Oh, you're too young for that. Well, when they did, the most featured thing was this. It actually rolls into a covered wagon.
Okay.
You see, and they would then unfold it and sing on this stage. Wow.
You got a washroom building out there?
What?
You got a washroom building out there, or?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's over
You
there?
need to go?
Oh, I'm gonna go now, yeah.
Well, if you gotta pee, you got the whole farm.
No, she lived in Georgia and Columbus.
Oh, really? Tell her there's somebody that would love to rent it. Gee. They got 1,000 cars at Graceland. They don't need an extra one.
It was recently in the latest public school.
To the closet and say hi. Oh, you did? Okay.
Wow.
You know what I'm building now out in the land? That's tribute to soldiers.
Oh yeah, the bathtub that was Colonel Parker's. Was that Colonel Parker's bathtub?
Yeah, all this stuff here is from Colonel's, and this is just a fraction of it.
Wow.
See those windows there? All of this is from Colonel's, okay?
Wow.
But I'll show you, you know your tiles?
Yeah.
See that? That concrete? See, that's where I got them. Right
Oh, yeah,
there.
yeah.
See?
Yeah.
And if you look right there, see that right there, those little round things? That's the floor of the shower. So you all got one of those.
Okay.
See? And that's Elvis's bathtub.
Oh, wow.
Everybody says it's too small. Well, back then, that's what it was,
Yeah.
you know. And then here, all my Elvis stuff. And then, see that red carpet there? That's from a casino, probably in Las Vegas, because Colonel was in Las. And that's the carpet that was in the fan club.
Oh, wow.
Whereas the house was wood. See all this stuff, and this is that tree.
Wow.
That I cut down.
That's nuts, isn't it?
So now I'm trying to take this and figure ways to,
Absolutely.
you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And the hit so far has been those little tiles. Because they can't get anything that's real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So right over here. Isn't this beautiful?
It is lovely.
The
Yeah.
other side of those trees is a big creek. There's water everywhere.
I can see why he loved this place, though.
Yeah, and the most beautiful part is beyond those trees. There's a film, if you want to watch it, it's on YouTube. It's Johnny's 1976 Christmas show, which was filmed here.
Oh, okay.
And you can get it, it's just on YouTube. He's walking back here, and I'm going to show you the beginning of my Hobbit house. The whole place, we're going to build little houses,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh,
Like
fabulous.
to rent tiny houses?
What?
Are you gonna have them like do renting tiny
No,
houses?
I was just thinking for children. Johnny, this is where Johnny taught them to do froggy. Okay?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of turtles here.
Oh, nice.
But one day, his kids came out here without his permission, and they weren't dressed right. They came home with a boatload of leeches on them.
Oh.
So now when Johnny would come out here, this is where he pitched his tent, right out here. This was his favorite area. See how pretty it is?
Beautiful, absolutely.
And back there is prettier because that's where all the creeks are,
Right.
caves and everything. But I'll just
So how much acreage is here then?
107.
Wow. How beautiful. And you live here now. It's awesome.
The upstairs. There.
Yeah, no, but awesome.
At first, we had Johnny's parents' home. But it's too far to come here, so we just, because we have people every day.
Yeah.
Yes. The bus here is Tommy Cash's bus, Johnny's brother's bus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
is
they're over there.
The bus.
No,
Tommy Cash.
people.
Oh, okay. Oh, alright.
That's Tommy's bus. And next to that is Vivian's last car, his first wife. So we're going to light this all up there. And then, of course, all the stories here. You know.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is down over there.
Well, I have to say that was an awesome tour, an absolutely awesome tour. We'll just come back.
There's a poster at the back, right wall there, with all the different years, and Mr.
Wow, that's that car. So as I said before, Johnny Cash has been on that stage. Wow.
I was going to show you that one of the films, the Victorian Woman we did.
Yeah.
That film now is free on YouTube.
Okay.
Vision Video has put it up, but it's called Many Beautiful Things, and
Brian and Sally Oxley are absolutely awesome for one, saving and preserving all of this history that we've seen in this video, and two, they're just really nice people, absolutely lovely. But this building is awesome, and the farmhouse, well, what can I say? It's got some Elvis history there, certainly Johnny Cash history, is what we started out wanting to come and see. Yeah, guys, if you're ever out this way, come and see this. Please do. You know, they've done great work. Absolutely great work. I love it. You know what I'm like with historic buildings? Well, this is one. And Johnny Cash loved this place. He really did. This and the farmhouse, which is back over that way. But awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.